Hello, everyone. I'm going ahead and recorded another Bible trivia for you. And this time we will have all 10 questions like last time where there was only 5. And we're going to be covering Exodus 21 through 25. But before we get to the 10 questions, got to do a couple of these jokes. It's just something that has to be done, I guess. Here's your question. What did the $1 bill say to the $10 bill? You don't make any sense. This next one's not any better. Okay, here we go. Next one is what happens when the race car driver eats too much? They get indigestion. Oh boy. Whew. Those are some great jokes. I'm glad you're laughing really hard now. All right, let's get to our 10 questions. Number 1, what was the penalty for killing a person intentionally? Was it death, banishment, flogging, or restitution? Exodus 21, verse number 12, tells us that it was death. Number 2, what was the penalty for cursing one's father or mother? Was it death, banishment, flogging, or restriction? Exodus 21, verse 17, once again says that it was death. Number 3, what was the penalty for injuring a pregnant woman and causing her to miscarry? Was it death, banishment, flogging, a fine determined by the woman's husband and approved by the judges? Exodus 21, verse 22. Now you might think it's death, but this time it's not. It was a fine determined by the woman's husband and approved by the judges. Number 4, what was the penalty for stealing an ox or a sheep and slaughtering or selling it? Was it death, banishment, flogging, or restitution of 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep? Exodus 22, verse 1 tells us the answer is restitution, 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. Number 5, what was the penalty for practicing sorcery or witchcraft? Was it death, banishment, flogging, or restitution? Exodus 22, verse 18 tells us that it was death. Number 6, what was the penalty for sacrificing to any god other than the Lord? Again, was it death, banishment, flogging, or restitution? Exodus 22, verse 20 tells us the answer is death. Number 7, what was the penalty for oppressing a foreigner or widow or an orphan? Was it death, banishment, flogging, or the same treatment as they inflicted on them? Exodus 22, verse 21 through 24 tells us that it wasn't death. The same treatment as they inflicted on them. Number 8, what was the penalty for charging interest on money lent to a poor person among God's people? Was it death, banishment, flogging, or no penalty specified, but it was forbidden by God? Exodus 22, verses 25 tells us the answer is no penalty specified, but it was forbidden by God. Number 9, what did God command Moses to make as a place where he would meet with him and speak to him? Was it a tent of meeting, a golden altar of incense, an ark of the covenant, or is it all of these things? Well, Exodus 25, verses 1 through 9 tells us the answer. It's all of these things. Number 10, last one. What did God give to Moses on Mount Sinai as a testimony, covenant, and law for the Israelites? Was it 2 stone tablets, a scroll of parchment, a rod that budded, or was it a pot of manna? Exodus 24, verse number 12 tells us that it was 2 stone tablets. All right, let me know how you did. I hope you have a great weekend. And next time we'll cover Exodus 26 through 30.